Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I will be sharing with you CZARDAS by Vittorio Monti, just a portion of my practice for today. So I will be going over the first three sections, so just one side of this piece because there are two sides, and if you're interested in hearing the second part of this video, I think I'll upload it at some point this week. I'm trying to do this sooner than later because I feel like I'm going to chicken out of posting my progress with the CZARDAS. It is such a difficult piece, and yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But before I go over the piece with you guys, I have a couple of questions that I received from yesterday's video that I want to answer. And if you are just interested in the practice portion of this video, you can go ahead and skip to the timestamp, which I will write down underneath this video. Just dropped my pencil, just 1 second. Okay, so the question that I got yesterday was from Sapphire Heart 144, and she asked, I really enjoy your videos, thank you so much. Could you tell us, how do you keep motivated to play the violin? Recently, I feel that even though I practice every day, I got worse. Have you ever experienced that? God bless you. So thank you for your question. I know how this feels. Certainly, I've had moments where I feel like I've exhausted myself to the point of being really frustrated with a piece because it's I'm not getting any gains basically from practicing it. My tone is suffering, my shifting is not really doing any better, and it feels like I'm fighting with the piece. And when it feels that way, I feel like what's happening is that my current playing abilities is not matching what I expect to be able to do in the piece. And that's when I decide to step back and take a breather and just leave the piece for a while and come back to it when I feel like I can bring something back into the music. So very similar to the CZARDAS, I've tried bits of this in the past because, well, no one's stopping me from trying it. And I really love this piece. It's one of my top 10 to learn when I was just getting started, but that's a different story. Basically what I'm trying to say is that maybe you pushed yourself to the point where the piece is not getting any better, and if it's only bringing frustration to you, then I think it's time to take a break from it, only for a little bit, and then you can always come back and see which parts are a little easier. And yeah. Okay, so next question is from Clara. Always happy to see you upload a new video. Thank you. Are you still learning by yourself, or do you have a teacher? So this is a question I get asked a lot because I think some of you guys will know that I've been exclusively using internet resources to study how to play the violin. And my answer is usually the first 3 years of my learning is the time when I was subscribed to VIOLINLAB, and I always recommend this website to anyone who asks because it's probably the most complete curriculum out there. And I have to say that Beth has done a fantastic job to make this available for adult beginners. There's nothing quite like it. I think in many aspects online virtual learning is more beneficial to us adult beginners because of time constraints. I think that it makes it so much more flexible for us to choose however we want to study the violin. And I highly suggest, if you're in the first 2 years of your learning, to check out VIOLINLAB if you haven't already, because it's such a mind gold on the internet. But basically the last 2 years I haven't been subscribed. I've been going at it on my own and have really found myself to be comfortable doing that. I mean, at first, you know, the first time I've ever touched a violin, I was uncomfortable with the idea of setting, you know, goals for myself. But with practice, I've learned to choose things that make sense to me to study. And, you know, I think that it's impossible to study alone. So the next best thing, obviously, is to seek the knowledge where it's at. So whether it's in-person, you know, lessons. At the moment, it's impossible right now because of the pandemic. But you know, if you need live feedback, there's always video lessons. And I've tried. It's not the one that I've tried with Beth was from musicguru.com, and that was a pre-recorded video that I sent her, and she kind of responded to the video that I created, which was the Tchaikovsky Canzonetta. And that, I think, is even more helpful because there's no time wasted. You know, sometimes I feel like in live lessons, certain things that you want to remember, you can't really play back. So with recorded video response, I think it's so much better than live lessons. But obviously, live lessons has its place for learning. And certainly I've considered that path for a while. It's just that I've been so comfortable practicing on my own. So yeah. That's not set in stone. I think eventually, if I get sick of practicing on my own, I will look for a teacher locally. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question. And now on to the practice video.